Hi everybody, Roy here. I'm out in Virginia in Charlottesville. This is a garden we did maybe 5 years ago now, and I'm out enhancing it. You can see some of the flags. And what I mean by enhancing, we're taking out some of the, like Scutellarian cane that's gotten larger. We're taking out sections of it. I can show you a section right here. I dug that section out, and then I created space. So it's not a lot, and it's after 5 years. And we dug a piece out randomly where they're at in different places. And I'm just adding Calameris in size of blue star next to it. I can show you. This is a great shovel. I always get interrupted by other thoughts, but for digging things out, really good shovel. It's cobalt. Look at the end on it. And the shovel does the work. You're not doing the work, you're just guiding the shovel to what you want to dig out. I dug out those Scutellarian cana. They have tremendously tight crowns, which is good for crown competition. I did it just at a YouTube show on crown competition. They don't let any plants invade their space. In fact, plants have to go around them. But this shovel does the work. Really, it's just an amazing tool. So you can see I put in Echinacea sombrero red through here. We're drifting sombrero through Spiralis heterolepis, and some Echinacea purpurita. The purpurita is going to be taller than red, so you get a kind of a transition of hot colors to the softer medium purples, and that goes all the way through here. The red kind of continues through here, and it's picked up in the other bed where you see the little green flags. That's powwow red over there. So it's repetition. And it's that one phrase when I first met Pete Outoff that we talked about. There's no answer to the question, but the question was, at a walking pace, if people are walking through a garden, at what point do they just slightly remember a plant they saw earlier? And that's how you figure repetition into the garden, so I don't repeat it too often. And when repetition's repeated too often, you just kind of see it everywhere. So again, there's no answer to the question, but it was fun having that conversation with Pete and the way he thinks deeply into the design part, the composition part. And the beautiful part about the composition, if you're doing composition, I'm going to do a show on this too, YouTube. You have to be two people, and you are two people. You have to be the composer of the planting, the designer, and at the same time, the gardener. And when you're the gardener and composer, when you're designing and composing the plants, you're looking at, how am I going to garden this? How's this going to be gardened? And I think that's really one of the better ways to design gardens. It's really hard to design a garden just being aware of plants and putting them in based on what you believe to be beautiful about them, but not having any idea of the gardening strategy behind what you're doing. And I think a lot of designs don't have a gardening strategy. They just have a design concept, so by being aware of plants. And then the fun part we're doing now, the gardening. We're just interplanting some, we moved the purpurita around. We put some up there, the flags you can see up there. And I put powwow through here and powwow red on the other, not powwow, I'm sorry, sombrero red on the other side. So we'll take a walk through here. And what I'd like to do when the crew gets here, Samantha and her team, you've met them before last fall, but I'd like to introduce them to you as we're actually working in gardening. I use the word work, joyfully gardening. I still slip into that. I've grown up where people think gardening is work. Anyway, the garden turned out to be very nice, and again, the enhancement with the flags and moving stuff around too. We took some of the Scutellarian and put it in a farther garden on the other side of the hill. So there's a lot to do, and it's joyful. And we started with 13,000 plants, and okay, we brought maybe 100, 200 in, 150, enhanced with those, and then reused some of the plants on the garden on the other side of the hill and along the fence line. So we're repurposing the plants, and some we're taking home, or they're going to take home and put in other gardens too. All right, well, I'll introduce you to the group when they get here soon. So let's keep moving on. Hi, the crew is here gardening. We'll go over and meet them in a minute. I just wanted to show you something, which is very cool. This is Lobelia syphilitica. You can see the flowering stems from last year. Well, take a good look. This is what happens in almost all perennials. In fact, the ones I know, the flowering stems always die, and all the new growth is produced on the crown of the plant off to the side. So you see all this new growth cut through here? Flowering stems die, And that's the plant moving through the earth. Every plant is moving and going through the earth at its own pace. It's something we can't really see or pay attention to. We do see it, but sometimes that's when we see a hole in the center of a plant. We'll divide it and refreshen it and put it. Well, that hole isn't the plant dying. That's just the plant moving away from its crown and creating new crowns into new soil. So that's the plant moving and keeping its mobility moving through the earth. So it's just a quick look at who plants are. All right, let's go over and meet the crew and see what they're up to. Hi, everybody. We're back looking at the garden. We're finishing up. The team is planting, the group is planting Latris spicata. We're scattering. We have about 1,000 of them, actually putting 4 together, so they're in scale with the more mature plants that have been here for 4 to 5 years, I think. So we're getting a look at everything. The flags mark the plants that you can't see, so that when they put the leaf mulch down, they know there's a plant there and don't put on too much. So we're gonna walk over, and this is Sam. But she'll introduce herself and tell you all about her.
Sam. We work for a gentleman named David Phipps here in Charlottesville. This is Dexter. He's our neighbor dog.
Hello, Dexter.
Hey, buddy. He's the best boy. We've been out here yesterday and today adding some more plants back in. We did a lot of editing this past fall.
We dug out stuff last fall. Had some holes to fill in.
Lots.
And we took out a lot of the eupatorium that's seeded around.
Yeah.
And we left some eupatorium, but now we know the seedlings, so we just say, okay, we'll hold you out.
Yeah.
We'll take care of that, just like anything. You know, we moved some lobelia.
Lots of moving around. Lots of transplanting this spring.
And we added some plants, I think a couple of hundred. To fill the gaps and holes that we dug out. So you plan on being here through you can be the gardeners.
We're the gardeners.
Yeah, very cool.
We're going to take care of it.
And this is your first spring.
This is our first spring, so we've been here since about June or so. So we got to see a few phases of it. Really exciting to see everything come up for the first time.
I got to interrupt you because the coolest thing I see right now, look at your hands. I love the way that looks. And most people would run to the house terrified that something's going to kill them.
Raining on and off.
And that's, you're the cultural gardener. That's very cool.
It's the best way to be.
So what are you looking forward to this spring?
The bugs and the birds coming back, and for it to get loud again. Yeah, and I just love seeing everything emerge and to see the first flowers.
And the weeds will come back too, but you kind of know who they are now.
Yeah.
And the competition you're up against.
Yeah. So it won't be, we're staying on top of it, which is good.
Well, that's the main thing with everything. If you're consistent with anything you do, and then you keep gaining knowledge and you just have fun.
It's very fun. It's absurd.
We're gonna walk down the path here, talk to your teammates. Here we go. I'm walking through the bed. You can see there's a lot of new plants. The flags are new plants we put in last fall. And like I said, right now we're enhancing with Latris.
Oh, hi.
I'm sneaking up on Marie here.
Hello, I'm Marie.
Hold on so I can hear you. Okay.
Yeah, that was a bit far for an introduction. I am Marie. I'm planting Liatris, or Liatris.
This is by Cadillac, the corm. We found out about corms today. Right.
Different than a bulb.
Compared to a bulb.
Real solid. Also different than a tuber. We're popping them in all over the place. We got 1,000 of them. So
we're scattering through the plants that grow in the rate that the Liatris will grow.
Right.
And then one goal is not to put them on the edge, because when we put them on the edge, then they flop over into the turf and look kind of untidy. And you just got back from traveling. This is your second day back? Or?
That's true. I got back yesterday, first day back, and I was just, planting, and my body was like, "What are you doing?" But
well, it's early March. You're getting into gardening shape.
So we're all, getting out here, stretching, figuring it out.
And you'll be here all year?
I'll be here for 3 months
Sam?
at least.
Good.
Yeah.
Like a cultural gardener, and so it's raining, but things are okay.
Things are okay.
Now we got one more gardener to talk to. We're sneaking up on her. She's
caught me.
Hey, it's Cabell.
So introduce yourself to the crowd.
My name's Cabell. What you want to know?
What do you feel? How you feeling out here today with the garden and doing things?
Well, I am my happiest outside, and no matter the weather. And It is a early March day, and
It is early in March.
it's
Yep.
probably high 50s, a little misty right now, obviously, as you can tell. And yeah, this is just where I'm happiest, is having my hands in the dirt.
You
And
keep moving along, understanding the plants, knowing who they are, and how
Yep.
they know who you are now, because
definitely,
you're
yeah,
here with them. And
you're learning something every day.
you know, that's what people need to understand. It's like a lot of people think they know enough, and as soon as you think you know enough, you stop asking questions and you start to know less
Yeah,
as things change. So that's exciting that you learn something every day,
yeah,
and it is fun being out here.
definitely.
Yeah, so all right, well,
Thank you.
I think the latches are done, right? Do we have any
Oh,
a few
well,
left?
yeah,
Sort
I
of.
mean, it seems like a never-ending box. I don't know.
The eternal box.
Yeah.
The
here they
latches.
are. Like
Yeah.
Okay, let's get another look at those.
Corn.
little guy, little corn.
There they are.
Yeah.
And every, we're putting 4 together so they're in scale with the older plants. Okay, everybody. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.